You can shell up the Clockwork, you can shield up the Clockwork, and he's just gonna hook into a Warlock or a Pugna, even the Luna, and he can just get kills on these heroes. And 5 men, they need to get this Force Staff early. Like, they need Pugna to have Force Staff, they need Warlock to have Force Staff. Luna will probably end up getting like a Pike this game or something as well.
5 full
Very
staffs.
important.
I can see it happening, honestly. I can see 5 full staffs actually happening this game for 5 men, even if one of them is a Hurricane Pike. I can see that being an actual thing. Alrighty then, well, those are our drafts. Let's get into it. Game number 1 of 5 men versus OG here in the lower bracket in this best of 3 series. Who's going to be victorious? Who's going to be going home today? Let's find out.
All right, we know No-Tail's going mid with his Abaddon. Perfect. And offlane is gonna be Seb on his Darkseer with Saksa backing him up.
Yep, so this Darkseer Clockwork lane can be very, very annoying and very deadly as well if you get caught out by that battery assault with the Iron Shell coming off on you as well. And that's a huge problem. When you get level 2, you've got Surge, Cogs plus battery assault. Ugh, horrible. Scary, scary lane if you get caught out on that one. So Pylai Dai is going to have to play this one very carefully. We might end up feeding a little bit. That has to be a concern of his.
Oh, most definitely. And that's gonna come in like maybe level 3-ish, I want to say. If they try to go and do that like level 1, level 2, they might just use too much resources on OG's side here. There is No-Tail hanging around. What's his plan? What's he gonna scale? Oh, the curse.
Yep, curse
Slow down
onto
the
Ace.
Luna a little bit.
Yeah, he's
Saksa doesn't have boots
get it off, but
or Windlace, so he's not gonna be able to catch up to any of these heroes.
no, it's a little bit awkward. But you know, No-Tail just coming in and taking some slices at these heroes, getting a bit of harass off before he turns up in lane. Meanwhile, up at top, MidOne is going to get the root up Shibe as well. Shibe just trying to get some right clicks up onto MidOne. Makes him trade a bit of HP for them bounty runes. Always an important concept when you're looking at these lanes.
So 3 bounties going the way of OG. Small win for them here. I'm quite concerned about MidOne's lane, because every time you get decrepified, you're not going to be able to get a last hit, and you're going to get outranged and harassed by the Pugna. The Jakiro, maybe you can push a lane out with the dual breath, but he's not going to be doing this Void any favors.
No, certainly not. This Void is gonna be, well, I don't know. I think this is gonna be a bad lane at the top for OG. Is that a bold prediction?
No, it's not a bold prediction at all. I think it's pretty accurate. But when Misery does leave the lane, I think MidOne is going to have a pretty decent time. But early on, at least, I think Shibe with this Decrepify is going to make it living hell for MidOne to get last hits. He doesn't have any spells that he can use.
Look at Sox and Misery just fighting up on the side here. Sox really doesn't want Misery to just keep on blocking this small camp, and he's going to make him trade a decent amount of HP for it, but he still does come in and get the block, which is going to be quite annoying for him. You want a middle lane. No-Tail actually getting a decent amount of damage off onto Chessie already, starting things out.
Oh, bottom. Pylai Dai, just a little bit of damage with that Iron Shell and the Battery Assault. Meanwhile, Seb has the Creep Wave in front of his tower. So he's gonna get those creeps for free. Gets the range deny already. And Saksa just gonna go back here where Ace has pulled the creeps and try to pick up what XP he can. It was really good plays from OG, just trying to split up the creep waves, make it annoying for them, or maybe make them lose a little bit of extra XP at least. Because once they are level 3 on this Clock and Darkseer, there's gonna be a lot of kill potential in this bottom lane.
Nice rock from Misery though to steal the last hit on that Mr. Centaur. Good job. Interesting that Shibe is using Decrepify on his range creep to try and stop the lane pushing. I haven't seen that before. Cute.
Didn't see that coming, see that coming.
Meanwhile, over in middle lane, so far, so good. Baden's doing alright. He's drawing pretty even in the middle lane and not actually getting a decent amount of harass onto Chessie, but Chessie has been able to rush this bottle, so No-Tail gonna be having to play into that.
No-Tail he only needs to be careful of the tossback into the tower and getting avalanched, essentially. But right now, Tiny is only level 3, doesn't have that toss scaled up quite yet. And maybe later with the Earth Spirit rotation to mid, they should be able to get at least 1 kill before No-Tail gets to level 6. I think.
Meanwhile, Saksa dropping very low in the bottom lane with these fatal bonds. Pylai Dai almost able to finish the job, still trying to get some
no,
wrath
he's
onto
like, Seb,
Zeb, but
stop.
Yeah, he's okay.
Stop taking damage. Yeah, he's alright. He's got a fairy fire too if he really needs to use that. Waits for it to run out. Healing salve back up. Looks like they're doing well on 3 lanes right now on 5 men's side.
Yeah, it's all green at the top right now. I mean, middle lane is a little bit of a draw, but with Chessie now getting some creeps under the tower, he's pulling ahead a little bit. And yeah, I don't know. I think this is what we've seen so far, though, from OG's lanes, especially with Sax. Oh, that's going to be a kill onto Pylai Die. Meanwhile, Luna down in the bottom lane getting run down. It's going to be the both of them killed off. That level 3 on Seb, the level 2 on Clockwork, and both heroes fall in the bottom lane. That's what you want to be seeing if you're an OG fan. Meanwhile, up at top, Jimmy and Sox just trading a little bit, but yeah, this bottom lane now pretty much belongs to OG, right?
Radiant's bottom tower.
Yeah, it does. It's going to be a lot more difficult for 5 men now to try and stay here without you know, fearing of dying, essentially. This Clockwork just instantly TP back to base, got full resources, has boots and windlace now, so it's going to be a lot easier to chase down either the Warlock or the Luna.
Yeah, that's true. The two of them just, well, you got to be so careful. They keep really far back. I think the Warlock especially, as I mentioned before, he does stand a chance of just falling into a trap, into a cycle of feeding if he's not respecting this combination. Luckily, Seb's she's got Mango, he's fine.
Oh, here we go. Mid lane. Earth Spirit TPing in.
Yeah, Notel could be in some trouble. This roll does connect. The damage is in. The right click to shield. Is it going to be enough for Notel? It is not. He's going to get beaten on down by Chessie. They've actually got a decent amount of damage off before he did die, but die he certainly do, and that's going to be 20 seconds dead for him. Meanwhile, down the bottom lane, Sax are playing around a little bit, but it's all
the hasted Tiny.
Uh-oh.
Got a
Toss. Whoa, the Clockwork. He's losing his life here. The tree's going to follow up as well, and Saxa is going to fall.
And he gets a bounty. They get both of the bounties. Oh, they got all the bounties. No, Sox got 1 bounty. Okay,
Sox got 1. Yeah.
All right. And he gives 1 bottle charge to the Earth Spirit, so he can actually go bottom and maybe make some kind of a counterplay on this Clock Darks here. We're gonna look to put some pressure down here. Catapults are out now, so OG will try to see if they can apply any kind of pressure on any of these lanes with the catapult.
Yeah, what are we thinking? Most likely bottom lane?
Yeah, most likely bottom, and that's why Misery is already down here, setting up, waiting for that aggression to come in from OG and just ready to punish them.
Yeah, he's playing the defense, playing the bodyguard.
No-Tail mid.
Have a toss onto No-Tail. He could be in some trouble, but yeah, the 6 comes out. Borrowed time comes through. Going to tank some hits from the tower as well, just to make sure he's getting a bit of healing from that one, and that's just going to be a bit awkward, really. Well, no ulti could result in a kill onto No-Tail a little bit later on if the S-Spirit wants to rotate in towards its middle lane. Not sure they're looking. Yeah, he's sitting bottom, the S-Spirit. So who's going to be the first one to take the initiative and make the first play of this game?
I think mid lane right now. No-Tail has no ult. He's dead.
Oh god, yeah, he's definitely killed off. No-Tail is going to fall in this middle lane. Chessie with the DD, just doing way too much with the toss back as well, getting the easy kill.
I think the initiative is just going to come from the Tiny here. Like, he's the big boy on this map. Pylai getting cogged up.
Yeah, he's going to get run down here. Unfortunately, they've got the double iron shell, and that's going to be an easy kill for Saxa and Seb in the bottom lane. Got to be so careful. I mean, I don't think he can be careful enough, to be honest. I think he's going to die if he's in the bottom lane at any given point. Like, there's just such an easy way for them to take him out.
Yeah, definitely. And OG are constantly looking on the map for the Earth Spirit and the Tiny, how much resource they have, if they use their TPs or anything like that. Because if those guys are fight ready, then this Warlock might just be a bait. And that was a really nice play from Saxa there, seeing that the Earth Spirit was middle, made that big aggressive move on bottom onto the Warlock. But I don't think they can always do that. Next time they do that, they might just get punished there, and Paladai gonna get a nice D-ward. His ward actually spots him out. Earth Spirit coming bottom. It's gonna be an engagement here.
Yeah, let's see what they can make happen. The roll forward's actually landing onto the both of them there. Seb and Sax are both taking a bit of damage. Isn't going to be enough though. The wall comes down, and now the Eclipse being pumped by Ace. He can't finish it off here. Finally drops it down, but dies just as quickly. Both heroes are dead. It took them way too long to get off that Eclipse. Both heroes just end up melting to the Battery Assault and that Iron Shell damage. They completely didn't respect it there, and 5 men dropped 2 more heroes.
Yeah, MidOne comes to the party. He's like, oh, it's already over? All right, I guess I'll just farm over here, and that wall was really nice too, and that's something we have to consider in this game. Every time the Darkseid gets a wall on the Luna, you get that moon glaze, but you also get that lunar blessing for your team,
yeah.
which is a really nice aura.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, it's cute. Meanwhile, Jibbe trying to find Socks here. Has actually done so. Socks should be in some trouble. He's got the Decrepify, just gets him with the right click though regardless. Dragon gets caught out trying to hide in the trees. Another sad death for Socks at top. And Ace has actually turned up to his top lane. It's pushing down that tower. He really wants to...
MidOne, Tiny, getting clogged up.
Yeah, where's the follow-up? Seb's turning up to this one. Misery throws a stone across, but Jesse just getting run down by Seb and by the Clockwork here. Can they finish the job though? They need a little bit more. The roll is not going to connect onto... Oh, they can't quite get him. Saxa trying to finish it off, but I don't think this one's going to happen. Looks like Jesse's going to get himself away. Saxa's still trying to chase as best he can. They actually get off the cogs onto him. The Avatos comes in from Jesse. Jesse gets a kill. Seb can't find his way into the cogs to finish off the Tiny. And now he comes back into his teammate as Sox is there. Surely through the flames they can get the kill. He will go down, but now Misery is actually finding himself surrounded by OG heroes. I don't even know how they all got here, but suddenly they turn up and they just straight up murder the guys. So Misery's going to drop, and yeah, literally, where did that void come from?
Not only the void, where did Jakiro come from? Tiny was like, wait, what? There's is Jakiro on my team? And then he just like, okay, I guess I'm just dead here. After the
middle tower is under attack.
And they want to
big
put from this
rotation.
tower now. See Seb running into Jibbe. Jibbe's going to be the next target on the list right now. I mean, wow, there's just a lot of damage coming out from that team currently. Meanwhile, Ace turning up this fight. Maybe they can make something happen in. Maybe Misery rolling in the back lines. Ace, he's got a decent amount of damage rolling through the Moonglaze. It looks like Sox is going to lose his life along with Seb. No Tail all by himself doesn't have the borrowed time. He's going to die as well. 3 heroes finally caught out for overextending and finished off by the side of 5 men. That was just not respecting the respawn times, I think.
Yeah, and the upheaval, the Tiny, it just was way too much. It looked like a really good kill onto the Pugna, but all the 5 men was available there too. And this is the power of the Tiny, right? Tiny's always fight ready, no matter what. He has like the smallest cooldowns for very high damage output. And he's gonna have a Blink Dagger soon as well. He's at 1900 gold already, 10 minutes in the game. This is insane.
Yeah, you can see him just trying to blast through his creeps here to try and finish it off. Unfortunately, he does miss all of those melee creeps, which is a little bit unfortunate. Does slow things down a bit.
Cast a curse. We are watching him.
Indeed. So, our Luna currently sitting with Morbid Mask, looking for the Mask of Madness as quickly as possible, and she's currently cleaning through an Ancient stack as well, so should be on the way towards that Mask of Madness very, very quickly. Meanwhile, the Faceless Void, he's actually already finished off his Midas and Power Tread, so MidOne in a great position in this game so far, currently sitting at 5.2k net worth, the highest in the game. Very good stuff from MidOne.
Yeah, this is the lofi music. Faceless Void right here.
Oh, yes.
Chillin'. Hasn't even felt the need to use Chronosphere. Just keeps on farming. I don't know when the last time MidOne had such a chill game playing carry.
He's got them lo-fi beats on, dude. He's got lo-fi beats to relax and farm to.
It always kind of feels like he's doing like a million things at the same time when he's normally playing carry here. Oh, top. Shibe gets hooked on.
Yeah, he's getting roasted. There's the oven. There it is. The cogs with the macrophire. The oven is switched on, and the Pugman's going to be served up for a delicious breakfast for OG.
Oh, it feels so bad to play if you're Pugna playing against Clockwork. This Clockwork always has his eyes on you. He's actually going for an Aether Lens first too, not even a Force Staff, so he's going to be food for the Clock for a long time this game.
Onto No Tail here, but he's got the borrowed time, so he's not really too worried about the circumstances right now. The rest of the team coming on over to help out as well. Meanwhile, Chessie's going to pick himself up a haste rune on the sidelines. And OG will hold steady. It's all about the middle towers this game, I think.
Oh, definitely. Both teams are going to protect this till the bitter end. And Paladai does have his Chaotic Offering available. Oh, Chessie goes in with the blink.
Yeah, there it is. The avalanche, the toss, a little bit disconnected there, so I don't think you got the bonus damage from the toss. And well, MidOne coming down to the low ground, drops the chrono, but just as he gets decrepified and sits there staring at Jibbe for the entire duration. Meanwhile, Hookshot comes to the backline, Eclipse comes down as well, so all hell breaks loose. They're trying to drop down the Kinetic offering, but he can't do so, he's dead. Dieback from Pilot Die really wants to drop this golem here. They're going to be able to kill off Saxa on the side. Meanwhile, No Tell, he just runs himself out. They know what this buyback was about, and they just want to get themselves out, and that's exactly what they do. Or will they? As Chessie comes back in, the toss back onto No Tail. He does have the borrowed time in 1 second. Can he get up in time? Oh my god, he gets it. He just about bloody gets it. No Tail survives for now, but the tower might be the target here as they're actually going in behind the tower because that's how you take it. The Avatos on to MidOne. MidOne can't get the time walk off in time. He's gone. Now MidOne, well, you're going towards Misery. Misery's actually going to go into a tower and a mid-core. Meanwhile, Sox being bounced around with these glaives. They're using the golem to tank the tower so they can do whatever they want. But now Seb TP's back in. They're not done with this. Seb's sitting behind Pylai. Look how slow they are by the upheaval though, but that now runs out and Pylai's time on this earth is rapidly coming to an end. He's going to go join that golem of his in hell as they get that kill. 55 seconds now dead for Pylai after that dieback, and the tower survives.
That's still a pretty good engagement for Fireman, I gotta say. I think the Tiny and the Luna got a lot out of all of that. The tower middle is alive, and I think the Tiny is still ready to continue fighting here. OG's like, all right, we're not done. This Warlock is dead for 30 seconds. You guys only have 4 heroes alive. If the Luna wants to come here and die, feel free. But this is ours.
Hook shot in, they're actually going in behind the tower as well, and there's your oven switched on by Sox, and they're trying to heal him up. Jibe, though, unfortunately doesn't have enough health to keep Chesky alive. The time is going to drop. Now the tower into OG's hand. Do have their block in 10 seconds, but without their Chaotic Offering and without their Eclipse, they realize there is nothing they can do to keep this tower alive, and it will go the way of OG.
But maybe once the Tiny is alive again, we might see that coming out from Fireman, where they make the move onto the mid tower of OG next. I see the pings coming out onto that tier 1 tower right now on the side of Fireman here too.
Oh yeah, they want it. They want it badly.
Slugfest at the moment. Both teams have very short cooldown skills. They want to keep on utilizing the strengths of the heroes, the timings. I'm kind of surprised about one thing. Luna, Ace, like he went for the 15 attack speed talent instead of the 350 cast range. I'm not sure about that. I think even carry Lunas nowadays, they just go for the 350 cast range is so good when you get to fight and mini stun and cancel abilities and such things like that. So maybe a missed opportunity there for Ace.
Yeah, I mean, my guy kind of feels like he's locked in a farm war against the Void and just wants to beat him, you know? I know that feeling. Your pride is at stake here if you don't farm faster than him. Take every advantage you can get. Alright, so 50 minutes into this game, we get a rare breather. OG were able to successfully take the enemy mid-tower, and that's going to open up the map a lot for them. And now they're looking to find some pressure in the bottom lane. Might not be so easy, but maybe they just want to kind of force them out of their own jungle. But I don't think 5 men really need to answer this, to be honest. Chessie is hanging around by the tower. Just feels like a weird place for OG to try and fight, though.
Yeah, definitely. I think you just want to keep on pushing in top and mid and maybe try to make OG react to your pressure and go back to the top lane. This might be a little bit better. I'm assuming you still have a glyph available for the tier 2 tower as well. The only thing concerning is liquid fire kind of just stops your tower from doing any damage.
Yeah, the annoying ability slows the attack speed of towers. Never pleasant to play into. Wow. MidOne went for the Hand of Midas into the Hood of Defiance, and now looking for the MKB, starting off with the Demon Edge. A very interesting build from him.
Yeah, it is. I like the hood though. This is the item that you need to buy against Tiny. And you're also playing against Pugna. It's like all magic damage essentially on 5-man's side, so quite nice.
Yeah, you survive through that burst, you get enough time walk, and you keep yourself nice and healthy.
Exactly.
It's the only way you really die as Voids if you initially get bursted.
I just want to say that Saksa has been playing so well this game. From the laning stage to now, he's just not hesitating one bit with his initiation. So as soon as he sees a target that he feels like he can kill with that Iron Shell, he just goes on in. He trusts his team completely that they're going to follow up. 6-3 and 6 right now. Extremely high impact in the game.
Jibe is just kind of hiding in the tree line. Nearly gets scouted out by Saxa with the flares, but not quite.
They got a good ward here too from the Radiant side that spots all this OG stuff. I love what 5 men are doing. They keep pressuring this top lane with the Pugna, and OG can't help but feel like they need to react to this, putting the pressure, instead of 5 men constantly just trying to defend off OG down here in a very bad spot. That being said though, 5 men need to make some really big split push plays, or else OG might just walk into the Roshan pit.
It's always a big threat. Yeah, it's always a big threat. I think H needs to kind of stay in this lane, but he sees Saxo is just such a big threat on the map. This clockwork, you know, he hooks you, he cogs you, you're not going to get out of there in time before the Void turns up, then you get chronoed, and then you're crying many salty tears. Meanwhile, Jimmy is just trying to siege the middle tower just by casting Nether Blast from the trees.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Gotta get that tower somehow.
Structures are fortified.
Oh, some high octane
You know
stuff
who we
here.
haven't looked at? We completely forgot that No-Tail is a core as well in this game.
Yeah,
That's what he has
Lotus
right now.
Orb.
Yeah, exactly. He wants to be removing those decrepifies, the Warlock's Fatal Bombs. This Warlock isn't even skilling Fatal Bombs. He's going for the level up on Upheaval and his Shadow Ward instead. Oh, big engagement.
Fast forward now, they jump forward. Misery, well, he's rolling off to the back lines here. Should be okay for the time being. They're looking for Chessie, they're looking for the big target. They still have this Chrono Spit. Do drop it down, but just as he gets decrepified, so he's going to sit there and stare at Chessie. Now he comes out of it. The real damage starts to come in. Zibit trying to keep him alive with the life drain, healing up Chessie, and this time he's successful in doing so, but me on the backside of the fight, they've lost the Saxa. But Chessie comes in, onto Sox. Sox goes down. They'll look to go for more here, maybe. Maybe not, actually. OG have already lost 2, and it looks like 5 men are a little bit hesitant on chasing for anything more than this, so they will just call it quits. Did they get the tower? They did not. Kept the tower alive on the side of 5 men, so it's something. It's something.
Yeah, that was actually a pretty good engagement where the Clockwork got the Luna cogged up, but I think MidOne was too busy zoning out the other heroes near the tier 2 tower, so they weren't actually able to bring down Ace there. Overall, a very good exchange for 5 men. They only lost Misery in exchange for Saxa and Stops. And now they're going to be able to get a little bit of breathing room, push these lanes out. The Luna's going to be able to complete her BKB. That's going to make her extremely tanky in the fights, I want to say, because a lot of OG's damage is magical. Faceless Void finally completing that Monkey King bar, so he's got pretty big damage boost. And they're going to look to do Roshan, I think, on the side of OG once the next Chronosphere is up. They want to bait some fight out where 5 men have to run into OG instead of OG just trying to chase them around the map.
MidOne's just hitting a huge damage spike here, though. With that Midas Monkey King bar, he's got the attack speed, he's got the damage, he's got the rocks, but Meal down at bottom. They have lost the Dark Sea already. Seb's gotten taken down. Sox tried to save him, but came in a little too late with that Ice Puff, and now will just fly himself away. Tiny's still interested. He's got the blink in 3 seconds. We'll see if we can close the gap, but it doesn't look like he will be able to. The Sox on the run, so we will just give up the goose for the time being. Meanwhile, Ace just continues to put on the unrelenting pressure up in the top lane. He's actually got himself a full Hurricane Pike on that courier, so there's another 4-staff coming out for them. Let's see, what's our 4-staff counter?
Oh, he actually doesn't go for the BKB then.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. See, this is another reason why you would want your cast range tower, right? For your 4-staff, for your Hurricane. You can like Hurricane Pike your allies, you can pike one of your opponents into you, which would be really nice too. It's like an 850 cast range on the Luna. That's pretty insane.
It'd be a bit naughty, wouldn't it? It'd be a little bit of fun. Yeah, but we're heading towards 4 4-staffs. Tiny's the only one who is not building a 4-staff, disappointingly, but there you go,
Right.
4 4-staff still a good amount.
That's pretty cool, right? We talked about how in this game there could be 5.
Yeah.
They just have to. They just have to. The Clockwork is just way too annoying. And this 4-staff is like the best way to deal with this Ion Shell problem they have.
And now into the Roach Pit we go. MidOne and No-Tail chunking away at the big scaly boy. Sox, Saxa, and Seb all smoked up behind them. They really not doing anything about this? I mean, it's getting wild. They might not get here in time. Oh, they're too slow into the pit. OG will take it down. Oh, the 5 men. Oh, and a hook shot across. A nice long one there from Sax. It's getting in the very edge of the range, and it looks like Misery will be losing his life here as well. So an Aegis and a Misery. And now they'll look to get down middle tower as well.
Here comes the Wild Faceless Void now with that Aegis. It's gonna be Ion Shell. He does not care about anything anymore. We watched this
with
in the
Aegis
last game with Miracle when he had Aegis. We're gonna see it again now with MidOne. Except this is a lot more farmed of a Void.
Oh yes, he is. He has to be feared, this man. He has to be feared.
Radiant's middle tower.
Get the tier
is
2.
under attack.
That means outposts are open now for OG to take.
Radiant's
He's going for a
middle
Scotty
tower
next
has
on the
fallen.
Void. More HP. So there's going to be more room for Abaddon to work with. Heal up.
Luna's actually farming directly on the Observer Ward here. They want to get her. They've got heroes coming in. Ace is in some trouble. MidOne's moving up. Saxa moving over from the side. Ace moves towards the tree line here. Going for the
Blind
TP
hook
out.
here?
Saxa.
Oh, the creeps! The creeps blocked the hook shot.
Ouch.
Oh, yeah, that angle
That
looked like it
doesn't
was going to
feel
hit
good.
the Luna too.
It really did. It really, really did. But unfortunately, I mean, there's just a creep like next to him. I like the way he turned around and just murdered the creep wave out of frustration afterwards. I'd do the same, but man, that doesn't feel good. Well, you know, we don't know if he'd got it anyway. It would have been blind, so
Yeah, would have, could have, should have. You know.
didn't.
Oh well. Yeah, and I think Ace, he really needs to finish his BKB. I know the Pike is a cool item and all, but without the BKB, I'm not sure Ace is actually ready to take any engagements. They don't have like a whole lot of saves considering there's a bunch of magic damage coming out from OG, the Chronosphere. Gotta get that BKB.
Definitely do.
The Crepify is not really a save in this game, I wanna say.
Not so much. No, there's way too much magic damage coming out from OG with the Jakiro, with the Darkseer most importantly. So it's a bit of a trap. What Abaddon's going for next? Yeah, he's got a load of sort of BOTs. Normal stuff. And Saxa's going to come in onto Jibe here. Mantaria is going to make the roll and the fourth stop away to Jibe. He's keeping him out of danger. And Saxa's actually the one losing his life here. Chessie will take him down with his double damage rune. He's nothing to be messed with. No tell though, he's sticking around and Seb's going to join this party. MidOne's joining him as well. They're looking for the target. Meanwhile, the Killer Covering comes on down here, but it's not going to save Manteria's life. He's still going to die to MidOne, and MidOne moving across towards the Tiny here instead. Chessie in the trees just getting annihilated by No Tail and MidOne. They get another hero brought on down here. The Chaotic Offering doesn't do a single thing. And meanwhile, Ace continues to farm, desperately looking for the big... Wait, he's actually queued up a Manta next.
Oh, okay. And he also used the Eclipse in that engagement and did absolutely nothing. Darkseid.
Oh, he did?
Okay, sure.
Literally didn't notice.
Yep. It turned night
Radiant's
there
bottom
for a little while.
tower is under attack.
And Darkseid's like, okay, sure,
Radiant's
fight.
bottom tower.
Essence
Thanks for the
Alright.
spell.
Peace out. And this looks like it might be a high ground play, possibly even. Oh, the creep wave. Oh no, Pylai dying. The savior. But there's another
Catch
creep
the
bottom. There's a
golem,
wave
catch
going.
the golem, but this dude's fast.
Yeah, I think OG didn't realize there was actually 3 creeps
Dire's
going
middle
into the
tower
base
is under
anyway.
attack.
Yeah, they have
yeah,
Chrono
no
up. They have like another minute and a half on Aegis. They probably feel like they want to go into the high ground, especially with that Eclipse on cooldown. They got Guardian Greaves, they got Pipe. This is like high ground siege ready OG right now.
Yeah, it is all business for OG. 5 men, they need to be ready for this. Luna, let's get back into this high ground push. MidOne's going to lead the charge, but Misery's going to throw them a stone. Let's see if that plan about throwing the Jakiro comes to fruition here. Tiny is waiting. Chessie is looking for something. Throws in the avalanche, blinks himself back, just trying to clear off the creep wave here more than anything. Jibe as well throwing in a spell or two. They've actually seen Misery on the side here. The Ice Path catches him out, but they won't be committing to this one much. Misery just making himself a little hole in the trees. Void time walks back to cancel out the life stuff. Saxa seems to be toying with the idea of jumping Ace here, but Ace does have a DD, so not too sure if he wants to go for that.
They really want to
middle
catch Ace.
tower is under
Look at Saxa. Oh,
They do.
the hook shot
Oh, hook
misses.
shot off the mark again. He tried to go for it blind and didn't quite land. And now, well, the Chronosphere is going to come down. They should be able to catch the Luna here. The Macrobar comes down along with the Ice Path. They have enough damage to get through the Luna. And the little blue lady will be put to sleep. OG, now look at these lines drawn on the map as well. They have one plan. Get onto that high ground. Or do they? Maybe not.
Well, they got to
Maybe
get these
not.
lanes out first, right? Look at bottom, look at middle. The lanes are like pushed onto towards OG, so once they get this mid wave in, they'll probably commit to something middle while the Aegis is still up. Actually, Aegis is out now. That's it.
It's done.
It's over. Yep. They should be a bit careful now because the Void can get tossed back
top
into
tower is
5-man
under
side, and
attack.
there's no chrono available too. And there's some potential for him to die that way. Warlock will have a chaotic offering in 2 seconds. Here.
Secret being used. Blimey, MidOne. He's just going in. Remember, you don't have the Aegis anymore, son. That is a risky move, but with the Luna still dead, he's feeling pretty invincible. And that tier 3 tower starts to be sieged by the Void. Jump away with the Time Walk. And I die. Throwing down a few spells. Lotus Orb used to purge it off. This No-Tail's just buffing up MidOne to the end of the F.
They're just delaying this as much as they can. They don't have the tier 3 items yet, but if they could find themselves like a repair kit on 5 men, all this plays OG is doing right now is really gonna amount to nothing actually.
He's going a secret journey to the jungle. The only way.
Tiny managed to split push bottom a little bit, get himself some gold, take the tier 1 tower down there as well. Tower 500 health still. Oh, they're okay. Alright.
Yeah, that was the play. That was the plan all along. They just wanted to bait them out a bit, you know.
Yeah, some gymnastics going on there on the side of 5 men.
Most certainly. Most certainly. Oh, Tiny getting jumped on maybe, although he's got the Decrepify out onto him. Meanwhile, Seb around the side. I mean, they do actually have the high ground here on 5 men. So they've got a great entry to this fight as they wrap around the back. Ace just dropping the Eclipse and jumping in. They're using the Hurricane Pike aggressively as they're going to follow up with the Chaotic Offering as well. MidOne just going to have to time walk off a bit of this damage. Now damage starts to come through onto Ace. Ace, high fast still in the middle of everybody. He needs to be saved, and there's a life train coming through the Pugner. Is it going to be enough? No. MidOne gets on top of him and brings him the hell down. And now they're looking towards more heroes. Saxa going to get on top of Misery and get that kill. Jive trying to get a bit of damage off onto MidOne, but MidOne is just being souped up so much by his team that he's feeling absolutely immortal right now. A jump forward again, but the grab fly comes out from Jive just in time to stop him doing any damage. The Luna's still dead and doesn't want to buy back for this one. Meanwhile, Tiny with the tree throw, doing a decent amount of damage with that act of his, but unfortunately not quite enough as they just keep it on going. OG with the momentum. They want this Luna buyback. They're going to get the Earth Spirit. Not quite enough just yet to let them stop hitting this barracks, and MidOne once again getting on top of Jive. Jive, the hook shot comes through, and Saxon secures the kill. They do have that chrono. Indeed, it jumps up to Luna. Luna just comes back to life. They have the Decrepify, so Ace is going to stay in the game a little bit longer, and now it might be OG trying to get themselves away. They have the Luna buyback. That is what they came for. Let's see if they can get themselves out. Chessie coming in from behind. He's got that tree volley as well, ready to go if he sees an opportunity. He's going to do it onto Socks to try and get that kill. It's successful in doing so. Now the Faceless Void. He's going to be the target. The net comes down along with the light train as well. He's got time walk away back towards his teammate, but Chessie is ready and waiting with the top to get on top of him. Meanwhile, they're just throwing in some spells. The vacuum comes out from 7 the backline. They are looking towards MidOne. MidOne on another time walk, but they just don't have the lockdown. They don't have the sustain to finish off the Faceless Void. He's got another time walk to get down to the low ground. Can they keep him locked down long enough? Yes, they can. And No-Tail's here as well with the Lotus Orb, with the shield, and they get MidOne out easily. A hugely costly defense from the side of 5 men. No means worth it here. The Luna buyback was used, Jibe's buyback was used, and all they get is Socks.
Oh, Jibe, you can't die here, buddy. You have no buyback.
Oh, nice. Sweet little Jibe.
The overclock into the kill, onto the poke now. 75 seconds now. They just need to get these lanes out. They can walk right back up to the high ground. This Abaddon plus Faceless Void combo is so obnoxious. You got the heals from the Time Walk. You got the Abaddon with the Apothic Shield and the Lotus Orb constantly keeping the Void alive as well. Roshan's alive.
They're going for it. They're going for this crazy play here. I mean, they need to. They need a hallelujah. But meanwhile, OG is in their base. They're attacking the barracks. It's going to be a hugely costly Roshan, but I don't think they have another opportunity to go for this. They will get down eventually. OG, they're going to notice, though. Doesn't look like it.
Where's the rockets at? Where are the rockets at, Saxa? He doesn't know. They really don't know.
No idea. They got no idea.
Oh, they got a repair kit. This is going to slow it down just a little tiny bit. The bottom racks is still exposed. They're going to be exposed soon.
That's a trade they'll probably take. Now Tiny's TPing himself back. Luna, she just wants to pop this Manta to get this top lane pushed out before she TPs. But no, she's actually ready. The fight's breaking out already, and Pylite Dive's already dead. He does have a buyback with the golem available, but meanwhile, Tiny, he is actually having a bit of a kerfuffle with the Void. He's going to toss him over to Luna. Luna's like, what the hell? I don't want that. He gets brought down by the two of them. They need to kill off this Lunar illusion, I think, but they're just kind of letting OG do what they want at this point. All right. Let's see if they've got another fight left in them, 5 men. But all this time, look at this Lunar Illusion just doing so much damage to their barracks. Ace finally realizes that we need to bring this guy down. And meanwhile, the tree body landing onto 3, and with the chaotic offering as well, they're able to take down 1. Substance lost its life, but Ace in some trouble. He has got that Age. Remember, with 4 staff away, it's going to keep alive a little bit longer. Chessie, he could be in some trouble. Has to pop the cheese. Meanwhile, Sax is on top of him. Cheese isn't going to do him much. He's still going to leave that in the 3-man chrono from MidOne as well. And the chrono vacuum brings in the Luna as well. Ace, she's in trouble. It does manage to get off the Glim kick just before he dies. Misery with the kick away with the rollout, but no interrupted by Saxer, and now Misery into the hands of No-Tail. No-Tail can he finish the job? Meanwhile, MidOne actually finds a Luna. Both the Misery and the Luna's Aegis will fall, and with just a Luna and a Warlock, it's not going to happen for 5 men in this game number 1, I don't think, as Ace is getting cooked up good and proper, and the GGs are dropped. It's going to be game number 1, going to OG. I mean, it wasn't clean, it was messy, but that's how they do it. It was clean by their standards as they take down 5 men. They switch it on, and they could not keep up with the brawl.